Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Filmy Recap. Today, I'm going to explain Death on the Nile movie. Let's start now. 1914, Belgium. During World War I, Allied forces are devising a format of assault at the Yser Bridge. Captain Rennes plans to wait for their attack, however Hercule Poirot suggests an choice: they assault inside 7 minutes whilst obscured via a wave of gasoline to forestall the enemies from seeing them. The troopers go alongside with Poirot's design and launch a profitable assault towards the Central Powers. Just as Rennes congratulates Poirot for his plan, he by accident journeys a bomb that blows up the bridge and kills Rennes, plus wounds countless troopers and Poirot himself. Poirot wakes up in the health facility by using his nurse, Catherine, who is additionally his lover. He tells her she shouldn't have come, however she insists that she loves him. He turns round to expose his disfigurement from the explosion, to which Catherine absolutely suggests that he develop a mustache. 1937, London. Poirot attends a nightclub the place jazz singer Salome Audubon's performing. Her niece, Rosalie, handles the snooty maitre d' and receives her payment. On the dance flooring are a younger couple, Simon Doyle and Jacqueline Jackie de Belfort. They dance and kiss passionately as Salome sings. The membership is then visited via Jackie's friend, rich heiress Lynette Ridgway. She catches up with Jackie, asking her if she can provide Simon a job earlier than they get married. After Jackie introduces the two of them, Simon and Lynette share a dance. One with equal, if no longer greater, ardor than the one Simon shared with Jackie, and she appears on with discomfort. 6 weeks later, Poirot is in Egypt. He sits through the Sphinx to revel in tea and a cake when he notices a man flying a kite on the pyramid. He goes to admonish the man till he sees it is his historic buddy book. He is elated to see Poirot and brings him to meet his mother, Euphemia. She is unimpressed with Assembly Poirot and focuses extra on her portrait of the pyramid. Book brings Poirot to the First Cataract Hotel, the place they attend a birthday party in honor of the newlyweds, Simon and Lynette. Among the visitors are Euphemia, Salome and Rosalie, Lynette's maid, Louise Bourget, Lynette's godmother Marie Van Schulier and her nurse Mrs. Bowers, Lynette's cousin Andrew Cachadurian, who oversees her will, and Dr. Linus Windlesham, Lynette's former lover. Book tells Poirot how Marie leans towards communism and hates how rich Lynette is, however Mrs. Bowers covets her wealth, as does Louise, whilst Andrew is a slippery fish that no one however Lynette trusts. The occasion is added down by using Jackie's shock appearance, which is an incident that has been going on the grounds that Simon left her for Lynette. While traveling the area, Lynette and Simon method Poirot and ask him to look at Jackie due to the fact that her consistent stalking of them has made Lynette concerned and uncomfortable. Poirot finds Jackie and speaks to her, getting to know that Lynette has constantly forged a shadow over her. Jackie had been solid in the faculty play of Antony and Cleopatra, however their instructor changed her with Lynette. Jackie believes Simon nevertheless loves her and she is additionally carrying a .22 caliber gun in her bag. Poirot brings this statistics to Lynette and Simon, suggesting they go domestic and begin their lives, however Simon opts for a distinctive solution. The subsequent day, Simon invitations the friends onto his yacht, the SS Karnak, to proceed taking part in the festivities. Lynette later finds Poirot in his room and tells him that she does no longer have faith in any of the guests. Poirot later sees as Andrew methods Lynette to signal for an acquisition of property, which makes Mrs. Bowers unhappy. Rosalie chimes in, which makes Andrew returned off. Later that night, whilst the company are partying, Poirot and Book chat, with Book telling Poirot that he is in a relationship with Rosalie and is very a whole lot in love with her. However, he is hoping for his mother's blessing. He additionally notes Poirot's appeal to Salome and encourages him to discover love. The celebration later stops at the Abu Simbel. While there, Book tries to inform Euphemia about his relationship with Rosalie, even though she expresses her disapproval. Regardless, he is happy that he no longer feels the want to cover their romance. Poirot additionally talks to Salome, who tells him he wears a mask. Not lengthy after. Simon and Lynette are collectively when they are almost overwhelmed with the aid of a falling boulder. Moments later, a sandstorm forces the visitors to take cover. After the whole lot settles, they board the boat once more to locate that Jackie has made it on board. Simon says they can't do something considering that she has a paid ticket to board. The visitors have dinner, with Simon and Lynette planning on leaving the following morning. Poirot has some champagne and feels nauseous. He goes outdoor and finds Jackie, with the two of them speak about their failed loves. Poirot mentions that Catherine was once killed in an explosion, and the loss broke him into what he is now. After Poirot goes to bed, Jackie finds Simon and Lynette, the two taunting her over how many instances they made love that day. After Lynette goes to bed, Simon and Jackie argue, main her to pulling out her gun and capturing Simon in the leg. She turns into mortified at what she has completed and throws the gun to the side. Mrs. Bowers tends to Jackie as she receives hysterical, whilst Windlesham tends to Simon's leg. The following morning, Louise enters the couple's room and screams in horror. Lynette is dead, with a bullet gap in her head. It is stated that she used to be murdered in her sleep additionally. A treasured jewel necklace that Lynette used to be carrying has been stolen. Although Jackie is the high suspect, Mrs. Bowers insists that she by no means left the mattress overnight. Simon sees his wife's physique and wails in agony. After Lynette's physique is removed, Poirot has assist from Simon and Book to interrogate the guests. They begin with Louise, who tells the guys that she used to be earlier engaged and set to go away Lynette's employment after her marriage. However, Lynette brought about Louise's fiancé to destroy it off after she supplied to pay off his money owed in a take-a-look at of his affection for her. Next, Poirot and Book talk to Windlesham, who admits that he nevertheless carried a torch for Lynette and pondered suicide after studying of her engagement. He was once at first Lord Windlesham, however wished to pursue a profession in assisting others. The guys then discuss to Andrew, who displays that the contracts he meant for would have value Lynette her cash and estate. Andrew is additionally published to be carrying a .45 caliber gun. The guys then discuss to Andrew, who displays that the contracts he meant for would have value Lynette her cash and estate. Andrew is additionally published to be carrying a .45 caliber gun. Their land for the duration of the Great Depression. Poirot additionally deduces that Marie and Mrs. Bowers are lovers. Shortly after, Jackie's gun is fished out of the water, wrapped in Marie's lacking scarf and proven to have a bullet gap in it. The gun is lacking 2 bullets, now not counting the one Jackie shot Simon with. Poirot speaks to Salome, who exhibits that she did now not beforehand get alongside with Lynette due to her having as soon as complained about being in a pool with Salome as an end result of an upbringing by way of Lynette's horrible father. However, later on, Rosalie and Lynette acquired alongside pretty well. Salome additionally takes place to be carrying a gun like the one Jackie had. Euphemia interrupts by saying that she located Lynette's necklace in her room. After investigating Euphemia's room, a disagreement happens. The place Poirot displays that Euphemia employed him to secret agent on Rosalie to see if she used to be truly correct for Book. Poirot says Rosalie is a suitable individual for Book, however Rosalie is angered with the aid of Poirot's revelation and berates him. He follows her, however the two quickly find out Louise's physique in the water wheel. Her throat had been reduced by way of a scalpel lacking from Windlesham's series of knives. Money is additionally discovered on her person. Poirot notices blood splatter on the wall, barely blanketed by way of a viable witness to Louise's murder. The company lock themselves in their rooms for safety. Poirot conducts one extra interview with Simon, and he starts off evolved to interrogate Book, who is started up that his pal is accusing him. He figures that Book had discovered Lynette dead, and that he was once the one who stole her necklace and planted it in Euphemia's room to have her framed so that he and Rosalie can be free from her. Book had additionally witnessed Louise making an attempt to bribe the killer earlier than she used to be murdered, and Book threw his coat into the river considering the fact that it was once protected in her blood. Before he can expose who he saw, a gunshot rings out and hits Book in the throat, killing him. Poirot chases after the killer, however fails to trap them. Poirot then has the friends locked in the bar with the assist of the crew, as he is geared up to put the killer in their place. Poirot is aware of that Andrew used to be the one who pushed the boulder that nearly killed Simon and Lynette, which he admits used to be an act of desperation. However, he says he did now not kill anybody. It is printed that Lynette's killer was once Simon, and that he used to be working with Jackie, who is the mastermind at the back of everything. They deliberate for Simon to marry Lynette and take her fortune after her death. Jackie shot Simon with a blank, and after he shot Lynette, he shot himself for actual and used Marie's scarf to silence the gunshot. He additionally stole purple paint from Euphemia to pretend the harm earlier than absolutely taking pictures himself. Simon bought rid of the gun, however, because Louise used to be a witness. Jackie killed her, and then killed Book due to the fact Simon gave her a sign simply earlier than he may want to disclose Jackie's identity. The two fanatics recognize they are caught and intention a gun at the guests. Seeing no different options, Jackie kisses Simon one ultimate time earlier than she shoots him in the back, the bullet hitting her too. They die in every other's arms. The visitors depart the boat. Windlesham says he will proceed his work in Africa. Euphemia and Rosalie nonetheless dislike Poirot, however are grateful for discovering Book's killer. Salome additionally admits to Poirot that she had activity in him. 6 months later in London, Salome is performing at the identical nightclub from earlier. Poirot attends, displaying that he shaved his mustache to divulge his scars. He watches Salome perform. Hercule Poirot joins a wedding ceremony celebration with his historical buddy Book in Egypt. The newlyweds are Simon Doyle and rich heiress Lynette Ridgway. Complicating matters is Simon's scorned former fiancée, Jackie de Belfort, who indicates up and intimidates Lynette. Among the different company are Book's mom Euphemia, jazz singer Salome Audubon and her niece Rosalie, Lynette's godmother Marie Van Schulier and her nurse/lover Mrs. Bowers. Lynette's maid Louise Bourget, Lynette's household pal, cousin, Andrew Cachadurian, and Lynette's former lover, Dr. Linus Windlesham. After escaping demise by using a falling boulder at some stage in a cease on their tour of the Nile, Lynette is later determined murdered by way of a gunshot to the head. Jackie is the top suspect because the homicide weapon was once her very own .22 caliber gun, however Mrs. Bowers had been tending to her overnight. As Poirot interrogates the different passengers, Louise is observed murdered as well. Poirot locks the company in the bar as he comes to deduce that the killers are none different than Simon and Jackie. Jackie was once the mastermind, having deliberate from the establishing for Simon to marry Lynette and inherit her wealth after her death. Simon shot Lynette with Jackie's gun, and Jackie killed Louise when you consider that she witnessed the homicide and tried to extort her, then later killed Book earlier than she ought to divulge her identity. Jackie kills herself and Simon via capturing him via the lower back so the bullet would hit her too. Poirot later seems to strive and pursue a relationship with Salome as he watches her function in London, and he shaves his trademark mustache as an ability to let his defend down.